Hello YouTube. I'm going to spend some time talking about lithium today. As you may or may not know, this is a traditional hoverboard battery. It's a 36 volt, 44 amp hour, milliamp hour, or 4.4 amp hour battery pack, which is actually made out of 20 18650 lithium battery cells, the same ones that you would use in a vape pen. Now, if you're watching this, there's a pretty good chance that you got screwed by the battery manufacturer that made your battery pack. I showed this one. The name doesn't really matter, but if you see this name, then I can pretty much guarantee you that it's bad. And you may not know this, but the battery pack is like the most expensive part, or is supposed to be the most expensive part inside of a hoverboard. And as long as you have good cells, a good BMS, which is battery management system, inside of the pack, and as long as it's put together correctly and all the wires are put in without them being damaged in the process. On this one you'll see there's actually kind of a really severe bend on the wires, and that's because when it was installed inside of the scooter, it actually had the wires severely bent to the point where that's probably a major cause of fires for hoverboards. It's not so much bad battery packs, but the way that they're installed, where the wires are damaged and it causes overheating in that spot, leading to a fire. But yeah, as long as you have a good battery pack with good cells and good BMS and it's put together, installed properly, then your house isn't going to burn down, and more importantly, it's not going to run out of juice before your friends do. So without any further ado, let's take it apart. So it has a protective plastic case on the outside and a little bit more protection here. Followed by some paper wrapping. And the first thing you notice is the cells are two different colors, and you're wondering, what's the reason for that? But it becomes apparent pretty early on that we have a problem here. This is the BMS, the battery management system. It balances the individual cells, all 20 of them, or 10 in this case, to make sure they all remain at the same voltage, so that when you use your cheap non-balancing charger that comes with the board, it doesn't blow the battery pack up. But here you have it. Your battery pack, which no longer is the most expensive part in your hoverboard because they just saved 50% at the factory, and they filled the other half with these depleted, old, and in some cases falling apart, leaking cells, while the rest in this case are LGs. I'm not familiar with these. They could be genuine LGs, and hey, you need good cells in order for it to run on half the available cells. So for comparison, this is a good battery pack. I took the sticker off. This is from Full Battery, fulbattery.com. They use genuine Samsung cells, and I'm not going to take this one apart because one of you guys are going to buy this and pay $75 for it, but I will show you what it looks like inside. Here it is. This battery pack features a centrally planned economy. It is very neat, very well organized. It is designed with a board specifically to this configuration to ensure that everything has the shortest distance of travel. If we start with a negative, marked here by a P minus, it goes through the board, electronics, goes to this circuit breaker, printed circuitry right here. So this will blow out in case it gets shorted out instead of causing a fire. So B negative is where it starts. You got the first set of 2 cells, the second set, the third set, the fourth set, the fifth set, the sixth set, the seventh set, the eighth set, and keep in mind this little junction point that connects the 7th and the 8th set is also a point that is connected to the logic board in order to do the power balancing for the individual cells, which is the whole point of having one of these things. So 8th set goes right here, goes through the board, travels up to right here, designated by a B9, 9th set, and the 10th and final set. So as you can see, very neat, very organized. Ends right here with a P positive. So be positive and buy one of these battery packs and enjoy a full ride. Thank you.